Hey, Jay here. One of our big questions we get is how do you make your bikes look all good when you buy them and they're kind of rough? This is a YZ125. It's a 2011, so it's not terribly old. You can see we bought it. She was a bit beat up, and we've taken it down the frame. We're getting the engine done right now. One of the things I do when the engine's out is I'll spend time on the frame. Now, if it's a steel frame, of course, we'll look for anything that needs to be welded up, get it fixed, but usually nowadays not, and just get it powder coated. That's the easiest way on the steel frames. On aluminum frame bikes, it's just a little bit of work. We find that sandpaper, and if you've seen our engine cleaning video, we use some like mag wheel cleaner. We'll get that, power wash this thing a bunch of times, and we're out there just scrubbing it. After we've sanded it, got all the big nicks out, we'll use some Scotchbrite. We do that over this frame and probably spend an hour or two. I would say more like 2 hours probably. My boy will probably tell you 2 hours because he's the one that's always having to finish buffing on this thing. So that's kind of all we do to the frames to make them look good. There's some areas that are really difficult in some of these crevices here. This is a YZ125, like I said. Honestly, you don't see those a lot. So it's mainly the external pieces. So we got it looking really good. We do both sides all around the frame cradle, get all those nicks out. This guy didn't take care of this thing. Looks like it was rode out in the desert a bunch. And when we wash our bikes normally, we lay them on the sides and we'll scrub on here and keep all the nicks kind of off. So this wasn't done. So that's kind of what we do to the frame. So that's pretty simple deal. Subframe, similar deal. Very easy, because on a subframe, only this much of it actually shows up, say, on your bike when it's all covered with plastic. So we'll just hit it with some sandpaper, Scotchbrite it up after we've got all the big nicks out. And that's about all we do on the subframe. Luckily, this one's all straight and good to go. Now, some of these other pieces, first of all, you look at this and go, you building a freestyle bike? But we found a good system for this. And see the linkage here? See this nice satin finish? This was polished like this. We're going to show you how we did that. So the polish thing is because on these swing arms, it's a lot of work to make it look like the frame because they have like a coating on there. And so what I do is I take them to a polisher. We got a guy out here in California. I have a guy named Geronimo, does an amazing job polishing, but he won't do the satin finish. He just buffs them on a wheel and can get everything out. And on some of them, like this one, they have an anodize on there. He's got to actually take them to a guy to get him chemically the anodize off, and then he can buff it off. And it looks really good, and it does hold up pretty well. Some of the swing arms aren't anodized, and those are easier for him just to buff off. So what we've done to here, to our dog bone and our linkage, is we just get Scotchbrite, and we just go in one direction, like so. That's Spencer's favorite band, I think, right? One Direction? No. So we just go like this. Okay, it was my little girl's when she's growing up. And you just go around like that. Little contact cleaner on a rag, and you can get the residue off, and that's all there is to it. So now, on our swing arm, you zoomed in. Now Geronimo would die if he saw me doing this because he's all that hard work he did. But we simply brush it like so. And if you want the polish look, that's cool, but the problem with it is it's way hard to keep it like that. This way, when you're done riding, you're washing your bike, you just simply grab your Scotchbrite out there and you're washing, and you can make it look like this again. Okay, so I spent about 5 minutes after Geronimo did all the heavy lifting, did all the hard part, just got her looking like a brand new nice swing arm. So that's good to go. Same thing with my linkage pieces here. Now also on the frame, I failed to mention, we do use this with a little called cross buff right here. You can get them at like industrial supply stores. We have a place called McMaster Car. A couple other places have them. Like I said, industrial supply places, and they also carry the heavy duty Scotchbrite as well. I don't usually get this like at Home Depot, or you gotta go to those other type stores. So this works good on your air chuck, And I use this even on the engines. If it's stained real bad, I can use them on the engines and then use the Scotchbrite afterwards. And the frame and some of those tough spots, but I'll still use this afterwards to blend it all and to kind of get it all going one direction. So pretty simple deal. That's kind of some of the tricks on making your old bike look a lot newer. If you have a year or two old bike, you probably don't need to go through all this. This is more for a guy with a 5-year-old plus bike that's got nicks and beat up, or if you ride in really hard conditions. So pretty simple deal. Hopefully you can build your own project, make her look all cool.